Jordan Poole signs solid $140 million extension with the Golden State Warriors. According to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, Jordan Poole has just signed a hefty $150 million 4-year contract with the Golden State Warriors. This is fantastic news. Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we will talk about Poole signing a $140 million deal. Poole knew he would receive one of the most lucrative contract extensions on the team after the Tyler Hero contract and even before that. Poole and Wiggins expressed great delight about their upcoming contract extensions after helping the Warriors win the 2022 NBA Championship. However, one of this year's most eagerly awaited extension signings was Jordan Poole. The 2022 season got off to a fast start for Poole, and the team continued to play at a high level throughout, including candidacy for Most Improved Player of the Year. In March, this subject came up for discussion. When Poole's performance caused Bob Myers to field inquiries about Poole's value to the team, discussions over the extension hit a fever pitch. At the time, a 4-year, $80 million extension was the topic of discussion. Since then, a lot has changed, as evidenced by Poole's ability to negotiate a contract worth a remarkable $60 million, more than was originally anticipated. Let me be clear about this. The Tyler Hero deal was largely responsible for this contract's amount. Moreover, you may be sure they considered factors before making their offer. Because Jordan Poole is a better player than Hero, Poole's agent would not agree to anything less. We can now clearly see how highly the Warriors regard Jordan Poole. Now, even though some of you were not surprised if I or anybody else had predicted that Jordan Poole would receive a $140 million contract extension at this time 2 years or 3 years ago, we would have been sent to a mental facility right away. That only serves to highlight how absurdly difficult the assignment has been. Poole had a 4-year, $10 million deal up until this point. He now earns 14 times as much as he did the previous year. This demonstrates the importance Poole provided to the Warriors the previous season. Could you picture getting a raise worth 14 times what you currently make? Since when do courtside thugs have as big of an effect on a player's bank account? I'm positive they have. Simply put, they typically leave you less money than when they arrived. If you have been keeping up with the story, you probably noticed that Jordan Poole seemed to be okay with the team's strategy in getting Drake back on the court. He even damped him up. The Warriors' final preseason game against Denver reminded Poole that he was a key team member, so they had to do more than make up for that. Poole is undeniably locked in with the Warriors when it comes to the team's direction and the players they sign. Although it is not stated specifically, this implies that they will be included in negotiations about new player acquisitions. Yet, whomever they will acquire will need to complement Poole. Did I mention that they selected this player in the last pick of the first round? 25 other teams passed on him a total of 27 times. Therefore, despite the apparent core camaraderie, a term Draymond prefers to use instead of trust, I do not believe Poole is acting out of any particular motive. He may still be at odds with Dre, in my opinion. However, there are also pros, as Dre said. They are taking the necessary steps to help the Warriors win a title. They are paid to perform this, after all. In his first interview back after taking a break from the team, Dre made precisely this claim. Therefore, what you're witnessing on TV before, during, and following the game is not a reflection of how well adjusted or amicable these guys are. They are acting accordingly to their team's objectives for this season, which includes winning the championship. At the very least, the Dre situation ensured Poole was not signing a contract with anyone other than Tyler Hero. He was probably getting between 134 and 136, but he had a few mils added to cushion the shock. So that is what we observe. Poole earns $35 million annually and is unquestionably the next great thing. Do we have anything to add, however? Nowadays, everyone wants to speak as though they have something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their mouths. I'm about to disagree. Poole's extension has significant time consequences. How much time can guys dedicate to focusing on what we need to do every night, which is winning if they're too busy talking about money? It was difficult for Draymond to discuss the Warriors' victories on his podcast without inciting a backlash from the audience, who felt that he should concentrate on winning games rather than his extracurricular activities. After Poole signed his contract, should the Warriors be concerned about Draymond's efforts? Most likely not. Dre should be able to put on his big boy trousers and continue to play as he always has. Every year, he has a chance to win a title, and this year is no exception, given that Doves are the current champions and continue to improve throughout the summer. There have been reports that Dr. Dre will not play with the Warriors after this season, and these rumors may be true. When you think about it, year 4, which is the 2024 season, is not that far away. He has a player option that year. Dre could use his skills elsewhere, and many believe he wants to play with LeBron James, whom Dre just began admiring without any justification. The two started hanging out frequently, and the resulting bromance has not put Warriors fans at ease. All eyes this year will be on Draymond Green and, to a lesser extent, Jordan Poole, due to the fight that was Poole, the contract extension, and the anxiety in the fan base. He is treating an opponent better than a squad member, for crying out loud. People are interested in how the two interact and whether they believe this will lead to chemistry problems. I do not think the chemistry is a problem because you are not exploiting feelings about off-court matters. Whether they like someone, they play for victory and will make the correct decisions. Despite having a reputation for not getting along, Kobe and Shaq helped the Lakers win numerous titles. I believe that moving in the future, it will be increasingly crucial to determine whether Draymond has a problem earning less money than Poole. This is intriguing for various reasons. But the first is that Dre would be the only core member of the trio to earn less than a Warriors bench player. Even though Draymond claims it doesn't, that can cause some ego harm and even force him out of his position. Dre considers himself a maximum player, so if he receives less from a Wolverine who is not even in the starting lineup, he will likely take personal offense to that. You then ponder, does he believe he can find more elsewhere? Despite his bluster, I believe Draymond is a local favorite and knows he will not get paid more by playing elsewhere. Because of this, I anticipate that he will not cause too much trouble with the season off the court. He will continue to be a threat on the floor, however, that has always been a feature of his personality. However, it will be intriguing to see how the year he has a player option plays out. Drake might look for another squad prepared to pay him if the Warriors do not succeed. Many people are assuming the Los Angeles Lakers. However, I wager that the Portland Trail Blazers, paying closer attention to the story as it develops, will be looking to sign Drake if he remotely considers leaving the Warriors. Jordan Poole's salary, keep in mind, where you first heard this if it occurs, as this would put Dame and maybe a developing Fernie Simons in a scenario similar to that of the 2015-16 Warriors. Portland would be the only team prepared to pay him as much as or even more than the Warriors. Dre will not quite be the same by then because he will be older. They would have this opportunity. The other point is that Dre inked a contract with Turner Sports in January this year and has media ambitions. He may put more emphasis on it if he does not perform well enough to help the Warriors win a championship or lose, taking the player option and earning $27 million for his final season. Draymond is likely aware of the passing of time and will take action to position himself well, win or lose. That is all for this video. Do not forget to like and share this video. We will be back soon with another informative video. Until next time.